Hello and welcome back to the Tanners. Bit of an impromptu one this little vlog. Basically, the last week or so, 10 days, I've had a cold or man flu, should we call it. The blokes out there will understand how I felt. Ladies, not so much. But yeah, so I cold, couple of days into our arrival, lost my voice, very croaky, man flu symptoms. Just really getting over it now, and the coughing just constantly for 2 or 3 days. Yeah, I think I'm on the mend now. Had some local medication, and it seems to be working. Nothing on prescription side though. So I thought I'd just have a catch up really. I'm down at the Rizal Boulevard. Teresa's catching up on some sleep from last night. She's doing a Spanish duo probably, but I thought I'd just say how things are going. I really like it here. It's better than I imagined. Yeah, I can see myself living here, but we'll do a proper episode on that and obviously get it from Teresa's perspective. We've not really gone to depth what we both like here and what we don't like here, so hopefully that video will cover that. So I thought I'd just pick out a few things that I've noticed around here, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reverse the camera. You don't have to look at me all the time. You can see what's going on around. Hopefully, I've lost a bit of my external microphone accessories, so I can't use them. Brought a new set, cheap set here in Dumaguete, which should work fine, but I forgot to charge them up again, so they've not worked. So I'm just using the in-camera microphone, so it won't be as good as normal. But I shall, hopefully, and at least you can see what's going on. Better than looking at me. Yeah, so first things first, traffic, yeah, it's busy. Monday to Friday, definitely busy. Saturday does tail off a little bit. Sunday was much quieter. We popped up to the Valencia market on the first Sunday. The ground was really quite rough, so not ideal for her wheelchair, but we eventually would, if we moved here, would look to get an electric wheelchair that's a bit more rugged and off-road. Yeah, that was very nice. We had a nice, brilliant chap, January, take us around in his tricycle or pedicab. So that was great fun, and visited a few bits and pieces around the area. What else have we done? Not a lot, to be honest. We've tried to do a sensible amount of outside and inside because Teresa's fatigue levels with her MS. She collapsed on the second night here due to, I think, the jet lag catching up on us, and we thought we were stronger than we were. With a bit of sun and the jet lag, she collapsed, got back into bed, and she was fine the next day. But yeah, no, I love it here. Traffic, so it's busy, but nothing wrong with it. Crossing the road, I don't have any issues. Pushing Teresa around. Initially, we tried to use the pavements, and that's just not going to happen here. So I use the sides of the roads, and all the drivers are really respectful, give us plenty of room. They see us coming and move over. When I'm crossing the road with Teresa in her wheelchair, I'd say 99.9 of the riders and drivers will slow down for us and give us room. Yeah, so far better than the UK. You know, you wouldn't get that in the UK. They'd probably speed up on the way towards you, you know. But that's the UK. The speed limit here, I mean, they do obey the 12 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour limit, whatever it is. Very rarely do you see somebody speeding. I'm amazed that people will have like 4 people on a moped, yeah, or a child sleeping on it. You know, it's just like, yeah, you wouldn't get away with it in certain places, but here it seems to be quite normal. It makes you laugh, but then you think, well, is that sensible, guys? You know, but I do tend to leave it up to you being sensible. You know, if you decide it's safe, it's safe. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility if something goes wrong. And apparently, I've read somewhere there's over 12,000 motorcycle moped deaths a year in the Philippines. So that's quite a few. But there again, there are so many mopeds and bikes here. The biggest one I've seen now is a GS 1250 Adventure. A few days ago, parked up, and it had all the luggage on it. You know, that was a nice bike to see again around here. What else is the traffic? Walking around, I feel perfectly safe. Way more than I would in Brighton. Yeah, I've popped out to this 7-Eleven, and there are other shops available to go and get some snacks for the diabetes at night if I get the munchies. But yeah, walking along, 11 o'clock at night, not a problem. There's young ladies, old people walking along, still a couple of families, and I feel no threat at all, and they seem to be happy out there. So yeah, yeah, safety here, I don't believe there's any issues. The scenery, lovely. We toured around, and what can you say about this? You know, it's now about 11 o'clock in the morning here. It's probably 29-30 degrees as usual. It doesn't change. It's 29-30, say 31 degrees every day, and at night time probably drops down to like mid-20s. I've got a nice breeze here now. Yeah, and what's not to like about this? You know, got a bottle of water, just taking me Strepsil, keep my throat moist. Yeah, I love it here. Rizal Boulevard at night comes to life a bit more. The lights come out and you've got all the street vendors. Yeah, right, I'm just gonna have a coughing fit and I'll be back. Sorry about that. I'm having to shout a bit, my throat's drying out. Food. Well, I brought 4 packs of Imodium and not used 1 tablet, so that's a good sign. Neither for Teresa either. Food, our appetite has really dropped here. Whether it's the heat, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being approached here or not. Let's see what happens. No. But yeah, yeah, food. I don't know how to describe it. It's really nice. I had a couple of hot meals, but nothing really spicy hot. We've tried a bit of everything. I've had, you know, for my sore throat, I've had a few pasta meals, which great. Had a few local dishes, which were fine. I can't pronounce them, so I'm not going to even bother trying. But a lot of the food seems to be, I suppose, Asian fusion, mixed in with a few other things. Lots of noodles. I'm trying to keep off the rice, obviously being diabetic, so I'm having noodles rather than rice. Rice apparently here in the Philippines is the staple, and apparently someone told me that the Philippines eat more rice per capita than anywhere else in the world, even China. I mean, I was quite surprised when I had an all-day breakfast here once, I think about the 3rd day, and I got rice, yeah, a cup of rice, baked beans, some bacon and scrambled egg. This didn't get me hash brown, which I love, but yeah, but the rice and baked beans actually works. It was really nice. But here people seem to have it, yeah, morning, noon and night. It definitely a staple here. Other bits we've had, bread. It's sweet. It's just odd, you know, you expect it to be bread or toast, and it's got sweetness in it all the time. So it's probably not good for the diabetes again. Well, I know it's not, but it is very nice. You have a roll, and again it's sweet. It's just like your brain can't compute. You know, you're expecting it to be crusty and a little bit chewy, and it's sweet. It's just, yeah, it's nice. That's the problem. Other foods we've had, we've tried some local chains. Chow King, yeah, very nice. One thing there. Jollibees we've not tried. McDonald's obviously I'm not going to even bother trying. There's KFC, I've not bothered with that. Went to a place in Robinson's Mall, and it had like different soups and curries, and that was really nice. So we had like a nice variety there, and it's very, very, not gonna say cheap, but it's reasonable. Going on cheap, you know. Yeah, can't really. Haven't had an issue with the food at all, but we're still experimenting with that. What else is there? Can't think of anything at the moment. I just really like it here. It suits me down to the ground. I can imagine my life being like this now, you know, getting up late morning, have a bit of breakfast, wander down to the Dumaguete beach if we're in this area. Oh, well, that's what we have done. Alma and Carol have both kindly taken us out to view some properties, and they took us out and we've got the wheelchair in the back. So Teresa's had a good look around a couple of properties which we like, and we popped to another place yesterday with Alma, and we really like that as well. So, but we'll talk about that again a little bit later in the properties. Teresa doesn't know I'm doing this, so I don't want to do too much, and she won't see this because we'll do hopefully a vlog tonight, and by that time then I'll post this and she won't see it to react to it, and I won't tell her I've done it either. But yeah, there's I think that's the cat or speed one that comes from Sikyor, which is over there, which I believe is a very small island that's just surrounded by golden beaches. You know, paradise for people. I don't like sandy beaches, so not my idea of paradise, but apparently it's very nice. And then you got a normal ferry that will take you over there, and then you got the speed one, and then you have the port up there, and then you get the ferries to Cebu and other islands. No idea where we are at the moment, as in the islands, so I'll learn that if we move there. Yeah, so that's about it for the moment. I'm loving it. It's as simple as that. I love the people, I love the place, I love life here. Yeah, it's just life, you know. My hometown's dead, you know. Burgess Hill, you walk around Burgess Hill, it's like a ghost town, especially when it's a miserable Saturday morning. You know, there's just nobody here. I think since we've been here, we've been promised 4 days of rain on the weather forecast, and each time it's just maybe a little bit cloudy, which is nice relief, but we've never seen any rain. So yeah, hope there's due for thundery showers next week apparently. I doubt they'll turn up, but we're hoping to experience one at least while we're here. I might have a little trike ride soon, and then I can video that. Okay, well, I'll catch you guys later. Take care and see you soon. Back again, another short one. This is Rizal Boulevard, but it looks like it's been cordoned off. I believe there's an event here, and no idea what it is, so I'll see if there's anything on the web page for Dumaguete, or I'll ask at the hotel, it's easier. Yeah, they're putting something up by the looks of it. Some towering going on, possibly for the weekend I suppose, so that'd be interesting. I don't know what the event is, but yeah, I did see a comment somewhere on Dumaguete reviews or something, but about it being smelly and dirty, you know, and rubbish left everywhere, all those bins. Yeah, the 3 or 4 times I've been here, I've a couple of bits of rubbish, but if that could have been blown from the street across, you know, with the breeze. But it's, well, you can see I'll just do, it's very interesting, I know, but it doesn't smell here. You get a little bit of the sea, which is what you expect as being by the sea. There's that little bit of like a smelly sea, you know, like seaweed you get occasionally. That seems to be just in that corner up there, where obviously the debris gets left there. But yeah, the bins seem to be always used. It doesn't smell here at all, apart from the sea, which you expect. I love that. Yeah, and there's, well, one bit of tissue there, I think, by the looks of it, and that's it. Yeah, this is not dirty at all, not smelly. Yeah, love it. And not sure what that building is, because I've been watching that on YouTube for the last 2 years, and there's very little progress on that one. I don't know what that was meant to be, but I watched a video from 2 years ago and it's not really changed in the 2 years. So yeah, no idea. So I'm going to head off to that direction over there somewhere and have a Starbucks. And then Teresa's now giving me another couple of shopping items to go and get. Ibuprofen, there are other headache tablets out there, and some tissues. So yeah, I shall catch up again a little bit later. I'm just gonna, anything that pops into my head, I'll try and do one on pricing as well here, because yeah, some of it's staggering. one example, Diet Coke, normal 300 and 330ml standard screw top Diet Coke is 35 pesos. I see it around here for roughly, and obviously if you go into a hotel something it'd be a little bit dearer. I think that's about 50p, something like that, you know. So how you get charged so much in the UK for, like, how much is it in the UK? £1 something, 25 for one. That's like nearly 3 times the price. But hey, yeah, that's just one thing, you know. There's so many others. We'll try and get a list at some stage of how much things cost. But yeah, back again, as things pop into my head, I'll add them here. Yeah, that was the other thing that popped in my head again. I was chatting to somebody and they were talking about speeding. I've got a motorbike, and yeah, I don't hang around on that. But in town, as I was alluding to earlier, the speed limit's, I think, 15 to 20 mile an hour, and most people stick to that. I'd say 99% of the people stick to that. Outside, I think the speed increases to 25-30 mile an hour, like our suburbs, sort of, you know, outside the 40 mile an hour area. And then you've got the normal, what I class as a B road here, which is like a road from Dumaguete up to Valencia, or to Bacon, Dumaguete to Bacon, Darwin, if I'm pronouncing those right, I hope. They're nice, like what I class as single carriageway A road, B road in UK, and they're about 45 mile an hour. And then apparently the speed limit on the national highways is 60-ish, or 60 to 80. I don't know. I don't understand how that works. It's either 60 or it's 80. I don't quite understand that. But I mentioned that, you know, if you wanted to go over the, or you had to for some reason go over the legal speed limits, yeah, well, people do, but it's your risk. And from that, it's basically, if you cause an accident, if you're doing, say, 120 down the road, and you hit somebody, and if you happen to survive it, you're in a lot of trouble. You will be prosecuted, you'll pay everything. If, you know, it's basically risk reward. You know, is it worth doing 120 mile an hour down a road? Because these people will just turn on a dime here, especially the trikes. They just literally turn, and they don't really use their mirrors, from what I've seen. They're the main culprits. A bit like UK taxi drivers, you know, think they own the road in the town, but can't drive for shit in the sticks in the countryside. Yeah, so another thing, yeah, so if you guys are thinking to have a move over here, you can do what speed you like, but there are consequences if you do cause an accident or come off or create an issue, yeah. But yeah, so that's one for me to think about later down. Do I bring my bike over here, or do I not have one and risk my life? Yeah, because I'm now toying the idea of, for Sophie, our youngest, she won't have time to do her car driving lessons if we aim to move over here in the next 6 months. She would have to do the theory test for the bike, do a new rider course, do the CBT, and then I'd get her I think it's the A2 she can do, which is up to 46 brake horsepower, can't remember now. So you can get like a CBR 500 or something like that, and once she's passed, and I'll just go out with her so much to the point where she's got a lot of confidence, then when she came over here, at least she could jump on one of those little scooters, 150 or something, and get around, yeah, and then do a driving test over here as and when needed in her own time and at her own expense. But I'm quite happy to fund her a bike. Yeah, that's another chat as well. We'll have a chat with Sophie about that soon when I get home and see what she feels about that. Okay, catch up again.